I have a question for each of you here today. How many of you believe that your children, or at least one of your children, will participate in high school sports sometime? So by raise of hands. Great, okay, so majority of individuals here. Great. What about college? Okay, so not as much, so great. For those of you who raise your hands, or maybe you thought yes in your mind, we hope that those goals are achieved. We know that goals, setting goals, maintaining those goals, and achieving them can be extremely fulfilling. And we wish you the best in achieving those. From points to participation, parents have a lot of different goals that they want their children to achieve. It's extremely important that these goals be realistic and also healthy. If I were to speak to a parent whose sole goal was for their child to make it to the professional ranks of basketball, either the NBA or the WNBA, I'd be tempted to share some information, some statistics that might help them with their goals, with seeing, with their vision of where they want to be and where they want their child to be. For example, last year about 27 million youth participated in basketball. Of those, about 1 in 28 will participate at the varsity level in high school. Of that initial 27 million, about 1 in 800 will go on to participate at the NCAA level. It's a little bit less when you go to those who are full scholarship athletes. And lastly, about 1 in over 300,000 will participate at the professional rankings. I'm using basketball as an example because of the high participation rate with both boys and girls, and also the professional opportunities that there are for men and women in the NBA and the WNBA. And so I'm not mentioning these numbers as a way to sway people away or to discourage basketball participation. I just want to provide hard data for their children and setting these realistic goals. Now, in setting and maintaining these realistic and healthy goals, we've provided 3 take-home messages or suggestions for parents as they set these goals and they discuss these goals with their children. The first is to keep a clear perspective on why you decided to have your child participate in youth sport in the first place. It's extremely easy for parents to become ultra competitive in this youth sport environment today. To be there on the sideline, maybe you've seen some other parents egging on your children or maybe yelling at the referee. But in this ultra competitive environment, sometimes it can be easy to become competitive yourself. And so rather than encouraging our children to do their best or letting them know if they've made a mistake, just to keep their head up, what we start seeing in this ultra competitive environment is parents starting to focus on yelling at the referees for a bad call, or yelling at a coach because they didn't put their son or daughter in the game. Whatever the goal that you have in mind, it's just important to keep that clear perspective on why you decided to have your child participate. So that could be to, like Ryan was mentioning earlier, some individuals, they want to have fun. Or maybe you wanted your child to gain more self-esteem, to gain teamwork skills. Whatever those goals are, and keeping a clear perspective, parents can also seek environments for their children which line up with their goals. And so some children, they want to just have fun in playing and participating. They're not really into the whole competitive aspect. So for these children, sometimes the recreation league would be great. For other children, the competitive leagues, maybe what would be called elite leagues, would be better. In fact, there are some children who would rather be on a losing team and have more playing time than being on a winning team and sitting on the bench. And so the great thing about it is you as parents have the great opportunity to put your child in position to have a great youth sport experience by seeking out these environments that are conducive to their goals. A parent can also check in with their child regularly. And so what would this look like? A simple conversation. Simple conversation where you're able to talk to your child and you're able to ask them if they feel pressure from you to participate in youth sport. Also, you can also ask them if they still want to participate in youth sport, or even just asking them for their opinion. You can also share your opinion as well, or any comments or concerns you have about their youth sport experience. Checking in regularly can help build a foundation of communication. These strong lines of communication can last for the rest of their youth sport experience and also for future youth sport experiences.